Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Small Talk on the Mats. Today's episode is a solo episode. It's just me, no special guest today. The reason I'm doing today's episode is because it's a very special episode to me. We've reached the very 30th episode, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the 30th episode. It was a huge accomplishment for me to get this far. When I started this podcast, I did not know, I had a game plan in mind, but I didn't know how far I was going to take it. I didn't know how serious I was going to take it. I just had a last-minute game plan in my mind of, let me tell you why I started, in case you didn't know. And for the new viewers, let me give you a little background on this podcast. So it's called Small Talk on the Mats because I'm on the mats, right? I do jiu-jitsu. I love jiu-jitsu. It's a lifestyle. So I figured I'd bring all my guests onto the mats for what I do, right, into my world. The reason I started the actual podcast was because at the time I wanted to do a interview with a specific someone, and at the same time I was also thinking about doing a vlog, like vlogging my life, vlogging my workouts, vlogging my activities, my jiu-jitsu career, right? So when I wanted to interview this person, I brainstormed this idea where I can combine the two, right? I could do the vlog and the interview. So I figured, well, let's just do a fucking podcast, right? So I interviewed the person, and and then I recorded it, obviously video. Some people do podcasts just audio, but I wanted to record it, and I threw it together, Small Talk on the Mats, and I kept this is the reason I do the Q&A format, because it initially started as interviewing someone. So from that episode forward, I wanted to do Q&A format, the duration of the podcast. And there's going to be some special episodes, as you've seen. We've done a Veterans Day Charlie Kirk Remembrance episode. We've done a jiu-jitsu episode. So those episodes don't feature the Q&A format as the other ones, right? And guests that I've already invited are probably not going to get the Q&A format the second time around, because we've already gotten to know them a little bit. So thank you guys. I'm going to go over a few stats on the podcast. But before I do that, I want to thank everybody who supported me up to this point. I want to thank my sponsors, my affiliates. If you guys are new followers, or if you guys are trying to get people to follow, share, comment, like, subscribe, all that good shit, right? As you can see here to my right, it says stream on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Those are the three major streaming platforms. And you can follow me on Instagram at Official High Speed Warrior. You could go to my website and my shop, officialhighspeedwarrior.com, to support me. One of my affiliates, Jocko Fuel. And then back here, I'm covering it now because usually there's a space in between. But Toehold, shout out to Toehold too, for helping me out and getting this up. And last but not least, my last sponsor is the Rock Family Therapy. I got their card here. There it is. So the Rock Family Therapy LLC, which is founded by Rocky Villy, right? And good friend of mine. He's been on the podcast a few times too. So go show him some love, man. Go show him some love, support to all my sponsors and my affiliates. But let's get into the stats of the success that we've had so far. And I say we collectively because without you guys, this podcast wouldn't have taken off the way it has. And we started just 6 months ago, and we've hit numbers, guys. We've hit numbers. I'm about to read them to you now. Hold on. All right, cool. So we'll start off with Spotify, right? So I had two different Apple Podcasts. I don't really read into the stats, but we'll go over Spotify and YouTube. So we hit a New Year's stat. Obviously, we've only been doing this podcast for 6 months. I started in June of 2025. So Spotify gives you this wrapped up thing, quote unquote wrapped, letting you know your stats, right? So here are the numbers. For High Speed Warrior presents Small Talk on the Mats, we got 3 categories of a 2025 instant hit show, a 2025 talked about show, and a 2025 most shared show, which is fucking huge, man. You guys are amazing, right? Another stat is the countries, the top countries. So one is obviously the greatest country in the world, the United States. The second biggest country that we hit was Turkey. And then the third biggest country that we hit was Lebanon. So to add to that, I'm going to go over some of the other countries that we hit, some geographic locations here. So the United States being the top one, we've hit Guam, we've hit Poland, we've hit Turkey, we've hit Lebanon, Brazil, Iraq, Russia, and the United Kingdom. That is fucking mind-blowing, guys, that we've reached these other countries. Like, it's surreal to me, guys. Like, when I saw these stats, I was fucking tripping out, man. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for that. I'm not going to go over these minor categories. There was another feature on Spotify. Oh, yeah. The amount of streams and downloads that we hit. Right now, we're still on Spotify. We've hit 266 all-time streams and platforms and downloads on Spotify. So thank you guys so much, man. That's fucking crazy. Top 10 episodes right now as we speak. I'm gonna go down the list, right? So top 10 episodes on Spotify. Where are we at? We'll go to all time. All right, top 10 episodes. Starting with the first, we got Gerald Rivera, who I sponsor. Next on the category of top 10 is Poppin' John. And then third is my professor, Daniel Sosa. And then the Veterans Day Charlie Kirk Remembrance is fourth. My wife, Kayla, is fifth. The Jiu-Jitsu episode is sixth. Deepo Alam is seventh. Conrad Padilla's eighth. Mackenzie Saito is 9, and Joe Pagador is 10. Those are my top 10 episodes. So shout out to those guests for getting it cracking on Spotify. That's fucking crazy, man. Thank you guys. Thank you. What's up, everybody? This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by the Rock Family Therapy. Not every battle is fought in combat. Some are fought in silence, in your head, in your home, or behind the mask you wear every day. At the Rock Family Therapy, they stand with those who fight to rise again. Veterans, first responders, parents, or anyone carrying the weight of trauma, loss, or stress. This isn't just talk therapy. It's rebuilding from the inside out. It's mental conditioning for life. A place to reset, refocus, and rise stronger. Whether your uniform is military, professional, or just the armor you put on to make it through the day. If you're ready to face what's been holding you back, they're ready for you. Call or text 505-336-0238 or email r.villy@therockfamilytherapy.com or visit therockfamilytherapy.com because warriors come in many forms and every warrior needs a rock. What's up, everybody? This podcast is sponsored and brought to you by Toehold. As you know, I've been a long-time customer and supporter of Toehold. I'll give you 3 reasons why I love this company. One is because they're huge supporters of veterans, law enforcement, and first responders. Second reason is because everything is American-made with integrity as it should be. And third reason is because they have the best customer service that you'll ever receive with timely responses. Now, their main focus is flip-flops that'll last you a lifetime, but they also sell caps, shirts, rash guards, wallets, you name it. One of my favorite ethically sourced exotic leathers here is Murder Hippo flip-flops. We got stingray, elephant, crocodile, and if you don't want an exotic leather, you got different options on vegetable tan leather with stamps and colors. And going to the wallets here, we got zebra, we got stingray, we got John Wayne style minimalist wallet, and then going to the key fobs. So guys, go show your support. You have so many options with different exotic leathers. Go show your support for AG and Toehold. Tell them I sent you. Thank you. Peace out. And let's move on to the YouTube stats, all right? So YouTube. I just recently posted a few days ago. We are at 101 total subscribers on YouTube right now. Currently, let's see how many views we're at. We are currently at 2,007 views within the last 28 days and with a total watch time of 38.7 hours in the last 28 days. Fucking amazing, guys. Let's see. Let's go to the top 10 episodes on YouTube. Let's see what's cracking over here. Top content in the last 28 days. No, we're going to do top 10 lifetime. All right, so, oh, damn, I can't even read them because it's small. Shit. Okay, so number 1, top 10 is... Fuck, I can't read that. Okay, so top 10. YouTube. Richard Padilla's 1. Jose Escobar's 2. Daniel Gastelum is 3. Deepo Alam is 4. Conrad is 5. Conrad Padilla. Santi is 6. Who's 7? 7 is Susan Gonzalez. 8 is Mackenzie Saito. 9 is my sister Whitney Birkin. And 10 is Professor Daniel Sosa. Those are my top 10 episodes on YouTube. You guys are, shout out to you, those guests as well. But not to put any of the rest of my guests out of the spotlight, I want to shout out to every single one of my guests, right? I'm going to go up the list real quick because you guys, without putting these guests on here, like I said, each of my guests has their own audience members that I attract. And, you know, it's the subscribers that I'm bringing in, the people that comment, the people that share. Thank you guys too. Even though I haven't invited, I have plenty of guests to invite. I got a whole fucking list of people that I need to invite still. You guys know I got a crazy life, a busy life. So I'm trying to jam pack all this, all these guests. I'm trying to fit people. So even though some of these people haven't been on the episode that I haven't shouted out yet, you might see them on future episodes. So, yeah, just stand by for that. But I'm going to shout out to all the guests that I've had so far on my podcast. So we'll go down the list from my very first guest and we'll go up. So shout out to Professor Daniel Sosa, my athlete that I sponsored, Gel Rivera, my sister Whitney Birkin, a friend of mine, Noah Vargas, another friend of mine, Johnny Badluck, Jacob Moldez, thank you. Shout out to you, bro. Poppin' John, man. Shout out to Poppin' John. Shout out my wife, Kayla. Episode 10 was me, just a solo episode. Episode 11, shout out AJ. Episode 12, Larry. Shout out Larry Reeves. Episode 13, Joaquin Howard. Episode 14, Elizabeth Lorenzana. Episode 15, Rocky Villi. Episode 16, Jose Escobar. Episode 17, Sarah Sosa. Episode 18, Ricky Silva from El Chino. Episode 19, Joe Pagador. Episode 20, my kids, Alex and Mila Tagle. Episode 21, Iria Vargas. Episode 22, Deepo Alam, man, hustler right there. Shout out to my guest here on the Veterans Day Charlie Kirk Remembrance episode. And then moving on, episode 23, Mackenzie Saito. Episode 24, Conrad Padilla. Episode 25, Khalid Nas. Episode 26, Richard Padilla. Episode 27, Daniel Gastelum. Episode 28, Susan Gonzalez. Episode 29, Santi. And then the jiu-jitsu episode that I held, shout out to them too, man. Nate, Gerald, and Fabrizio, man. So shout out everybody that's been on my podcast so far. As of the 30th episode today, I still got a fucking shitload of guests scheduled, jam-packed. It's crazy, and I got plenty of more to go, guys. And I appreciate some of you reaching out to me and throwing some recommendations of who I should throw on the podcast. I've taken those recommendations in. I've reached out. I've done some networking. Plenty of goals, plenty of plans to go for 2026. We're just getting started, guys. We're only 6 months in this motherfucker, and we're hitting those numbers that I just read to you. So shout out to every single one of you. Shout out to my guests. Huge shout out to my wife and my kids, man, because they put up with my shit. I'm always overloading my fucking plate. I'm always doing more than how do I say this? How do I phrase this correctly? I'm always doing more than what I should be doing, right? Sometimes it could be a good thing. Sometimes it could be a bad thing. But shout out to my wife and kids for sticking it through with me, for putting up with my fucking shit, for putting up with my meticulous schedule, my meticulous habits, my my fucking autism, as we like to say, my my acousticnism, or my son calls it being acoustic. But no, my ADHD, my PTSD. Shout out to my wife and my kids for just putting up with my fucking shit. I am not the easiest person to deal with. I'm working on that. And then last but not least, as I wrap this up, I want to shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, okay? Because without him, none of this would be possible at all. He is the reason I'm here today, and he's the reason I've gotten where I'm at today. All my gratitude goes to him. All my thanks goes to him. You know, I'm grateful for what he's done for me and my life, right? So shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for everything he's gotten me through and made me who I am today. So thank you guys for everything. Please like and subscribe and comment and share, and just tell your friends, tell your family about Small Talk on the Mats, man. We're just getting started. We're gonna get up big, man. We're gonna hit bigger numbers than we did in 2025. We only started halfway through the year in 2025. 2026, we're already over it, man. Let's get it. And go to officialhighspeedwarrior.com, guys. I got more gear coming out. Like I said, big plans, big goals. Let's see, caps, mugs, stickers, patches. I just released patches, sweaters, hoodies, sweats, rash guards. Oh, and shout out to Toehold for the collaboration, man, for the shirt and the rash guard collaboration. Shout out to fucking Toehold and AG, man. I still got some few shirts and rash guards available for that collaboration. So hit up officialhighspeedwarrior.com and just go show us some support, man. A portion of the proceeds go back to veterans, law enforcement, and first responders, and various organizations. Like, for example, I've given back to like the NICU for newborn babies who are born premature. There's so many to name, man. I've just given back to a lot of organizations, but first responders, law enforcement, and veterans are a huge thing for me to give back to. So a portion of your proceeds are going back to those organizations, man. So go show your support for not only myself and my small business, High Speed Warrior, but all the other people that need the help. Without further ado, guys, this is all I have. It's a very huge thank you. I can't thank you guys enough, man. So until next time, we got plenty more episodes to come that are filmed, that are edited and ready to go out, and more guests to come. Keep showing your support, man. I love you guys, and peace out.
Tell you.